Hey guys! So, just watched Interview with a Vampire. I have seen this movie before, a very long time ago, and I remember feeling a lot like I do now. It's okay. It's an okay movie. I'm a really big fan of the book, and actually more so the book after it, Vampire Lestat, because I think it's way better. Overall, the movie's I almost said slightly, but I think I mean very homoerotic, which, is very much like Anne Rice's writing, which, nothing wrong with. It's just there is lots of overtones of this, especially between Armand and Louis. I'm kind of iffy about the casting of this movie, because I think Brad Pitt especially, I don't think he's great in this movie. I think he kind of overacts a lot. I don't know who I would have cast in his place, but I think they probably could have done a better job. And Tom Cruise, also iffy about, just not the Lestat I pictured. When I picture Lestat, I think more... If any of you have seen Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, the main vampire, who I think his name is Meyer, that's exactly how I picture Lestat to be, and then there's Tom Cruise. So, Claudia is definitely the most interesting character in the movie. It's strange to see Kirsten Dunst so young. She yells a lot in this role, but I think she does a pretty good job. Claudia's a very complex character. It's an interesting character in the movie. I remember reading the book that, how big of a moment it was when Claudia dies for Louis. It was the first, companion he really had that he could connect with, even though Claudia was more like Lestat than he even realized. She was very manipulative and kind of just cruel, which isn't like Louis at all, but he did, because he made her, he had a bigger attachment to her. I fucking hate the ending of this movie. I hate it so much. It's so cheesy. It makes me, every time I watch it, it makes me fucking furious. The whole Lestat jumping in the writer's car and he's like, oh, I need no introductions. Oh god, it's so overdone, so cheesy. It makes me so mad. A lot of people, somebody's gonna fucking compare this movie to Twilight, which it isn't. I do like this view of vampires as being these elegant creatures, because to me that makes sense, because they're living thousands of years and they're just trying to find something that they can enjoy. They stay in the same state that they did when they died. It would make sense for them to be kind of, attractive. It makes sense. They don't sparkle in the sunlight. Another reason I appreciate Anne Rice so much is because she does stay close to a lot of, actual vampire folklore, whereas, Stephenie Meyer just is oh, well, fuck that shit. I really didn't want to talk about Twilight in this review, but I'm sure someone's gonna bring it the fuck up, so thought I'd mention that anyways. But yeah, probably wouldn't recommend this movie, just because vampires are a little overdone in this day and age, so I can't imagine seeing a lot of people who like this movie. And, yeah, I don't know. If you're a fan of Anne Rice, if you're a fan of the book, I would recommend seeing it just to see a good book brought to life. But other than that, probably not, to be honest with you. I've rambled enough now, so I'm gonna go. Goodbye.